Voting for the 2014-15 GAC Legacy Awards is concluded, and now to present the award for Upset of the Year, we bring on Hunter Mayall of the Henderson State Reddies baseball team, and we are looking specifically at your run through the regional as a 6 seed, twice beating the top-seeded team in the country and in the region, St. Cloud State. Hunter, thanks for joining us here, and just take us back to that week in St. Cloud. First, the selection show, and then what – how you guys prepared for that regional?
Oh yeah, the selection show. Most of us kind of expected, I guess you could say, to be in it because as of the week before, we were still there and we had a GAC tournament. So we kind of expected it. We knew there was a possibility we wouldn't make it, but we also had a strong chance to get in. And after we made it, we'd already been practicing for the regional. We never stopped practicing. As like I said, we assumed we were going to be in, and we just kept working hard, even though we weren't sure. We then going into after that week of practice preparation, we felt like we had really, I guess you could say, nothing to lose. Like we didn't feel the pressure like a lot of those other teams did, especially playing the number 6 team like St. Cloud coming in. They I feel like they kind of overlooked us a little bit, knowing that some of the other teams there they thought were better than we were, and like I said, they felt like they had to beat us, and that it was just going to happen. And then when we started putting pressure on some teams, they didn't really know how to react. They didn't want to lose to number 6 seed. So I feel like that kind of worked in our favor a little bit. We played with out all the pressure on us, and I feel like they had more pressure than we did.
And certainly that first game against you and Claude get things going earlier. Was that I forget, I should have the box for it. Was that a first inning rally you guys put together on him? Or I know it was early in the game where he hits a big bomb, and so before people probably even into their seats, you already had them on the ropes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, when we come out and jump on people early, put some pressure on the team they probably aren't really used to having pressure. St. Cloud, they won 50 games. They only lost 3 games coming into that. So come out, jump on them early. 6 seed jumping on the host team, and I feel like they just didn't respond well. They weren't used to anything of that nature. So yeah, like it was the first inning. I think we scored 2 in the first, at least 2, maybe more than that. It's been a while now. But yes, jumped on the first. That's all. That was the big thing. That's what we wanted to do, and that's what we did. So it worked out well for us.
And that certainly, it was a weird week with weather messing up with the schedule and everything there. Just as you get through that game, you didn't have much of a time to turn around as you prepared for who you had Emporia next after they had just beaten, or I guess when they played their first game. You get on them early too, so you get through, I guess, that that first day. 2 quick wins. You got you feeling pretty good about yourself. What's the mood after you finish up that weird and lengthy day 1?
Oh, it was interesting to say the least. Oh goodness, the mood. We felt very good. We felt like we had a good chance at that point. We put ourselves in a good spot. Mankato was a great team. We had to play Mankato after Emporia, and they were very good. Cody Jones did a great job pitching. He held them down. We jumped on them early again, put some pressure on them. They ended up scoring all the runs in the last inning, and they gave us a little scare there. But like our mood, we were great. We had confidence at that point, so things were just going our way, and they seemed to end up going our way through that tournament. So
I can certainly speak for myself back in here at the offices, watching between the stream and the live stats. You get up 9-0, and then as they come back, like someone finding out. As that's happening there, how you keeping up the spirit. I mean, I know it never got 9-6, but certainly it was a hairy inning. The relief of getting through that one, knowing then you were onto the final. Just speak to that if you could.
It was actually kind of funny because I guess they had 2 runners on with 2 outs, and when it was 9-6, and they hit a missile to our right fielder, Connor Brockon, and Brockon had a terrible read. He almost missed the ball, which would have at least made the score 9-8 with the runner on probably third base. And he took a very interesting angle. We laugh about it. I as soon as that game was over, I just laughed because like it was that close to just being disaster. but he ended up making the play. It was a lot of fun there.
So then you get back into the title game and you see St. Cloud. Did you think you get to beat him again after you beat him the first day? You think you'd see him again, or were you just kind of not paying much attention about their side of the bracket once you'd beaten them?
When we beat St. Cloud, I honestly did not expect to play them again. I mean, I figured they'd be down and out, but like I said, they were a resilient team. They lost 3 games going in. We beat them. The pitcher that we beat actually didn't have a loss on the season, I'm pretty sure. And then Gregory threw a lot of innings there. He did a great job. I mean, they were resilient, to say the least. I mean, they're a solid team that played well together, and they surprised me coming out of that. So, but like I said, we knew we could beat them. We had already done it. It wasn't like when we were coming into it, we were like, dang, St. Cloud, 50 wins, 3 losses, and we were a little bit. I guess we felt like we might have been overmatched, but coming out in the first inning, like I said, jumping on them, that helped us out. And but yeah, they're a solid team.
So you get them again there in the final, another 2-run first score, but this time they did respond. Ultimately, they were up 7-2, and then hard to be humble, but you and Claude certainly had a bunch of key at bats throughout that game. So like every rally, you guys were in the middle of it. What's the mood there as you guys chip away? There were certainly some chances that you still left on the table, but then you get it to 7-6 and 7-7. And then the rain falls. So just kind of walk me through those the middle innings there, and then up to the rain rain delay.
The middle innings there, it was some of the guys were down. Some of us had a really good attitude, and some of them were kind of worried. But overall, we had pretty good morale. I mean, even if something happened and we did end up losing that game, that we still had another shot at them. But so it wasn't terrible. And just like you said, chipping away, we just didn't want to put too much pressure on ourselves to get it all done in one inning or something like that. We're just trying to chip away, get some runs. I had some good luck that game. So it helped out. Claude, he's been good all year, and so I mean, it just ended up somehow chipped away and got back into it there. And then when the rain started falling, at that point, I personally knew that we were going to win that game. I felt like there was nothing that was going to happen I didn't think we could lose, because it just played into our whole year. Our whole year we got rained out. We played in the rain, played in the water. I mean, just it seemed like almost every weekend there was bad weather, and it just made us feel more like at home, really. So at that point, I knew there was nothing that could happen.
Sure. And I said, and talking to Coach and Claude at that game, he noted, Coach Hewitt mentioned, you guys are, kind of, keeping very loose while he noticed looking over into that dugout and saw a bunch of hanging faces, seeing that they had just blown a lead. Did you catch that, or were you more just trying to keep loose with your teammates?
So you said that he thought that people were down after that?
No. Coach Hooten saw the St. Cloud side. Okay. He saw their heads down during the rain delay, while you guys were loose and doing having mock pitching and hitting there. Did you see that too from on the St. Cloud side?
I did. Most of my team was back in the back, just hanging out, having a good time, listening to music. They were all relaxed, and you look over the St. Cloud's dugout, and a lot of them were just sitting there with their heads down, looked like they had already lost the game. And that is very true. So
now you get out of the rain. You guys you come out there for the ninth. Don't score. Get head lead off runner on base, but nothing out of that. And then the 10th inning comes up, and you know that while not due up, you're lurking. So you get that leadoff double that you thought gets out, and then it only leads to Hayden up there with you on deck. So you got a great view. So what are you seeing there as that at bat's unfolding?
I mean, they had an interesting strategy. They put 5 people on the infield. I mean, I wouldn't say a bad idea, but ended up kind of working in our favor, honestly. Lessenberry hits a ball to the left, and it falls. And I told the guys before that inning, before we even started back on the rain delay, I told them I didn't want to hit again. I told them I wanted them to get it done. I didn't want to have to go up there again. And but I knew if something happened, Lessenberry didn't get done, I felt very confident that I could get the job done anyways. So, but yeah, I told them I didn't want to come up again. I said they needed to get it done.
So I think I have it right in seeing the video there. You wait for the run to come across, and then you all then make your beeline to the dog pile. So just take me through that, and you see the base hit follow. Did I have it right there? You wait for what was it? Was
Yes.
Darius coming in?
Or, Morgan.
Alex Morgan, my mistake.
Ran. Yeah, I waited for it to come across. Our guys were already on the field before the run even scored. I waited for the run across, and it was at that point it was just a surreal. Like you couldn't even. I still can't even tell you how all the feelings I had, emotions. Just it was awesome. All the stuff you've worked for. This program's gone through a lot, and it's come back up, and it's done things it's never done, and that's just awesome to be a part of. So it's hard to describe everything that was going on at that time.
Now, again, just from watching the stream here as we did, all the cheers were from your side, but certainly you're in a visiting stadium. Did your cheers, drown out the silence, or did it still feel kind of quiet with just being that small group of Henderson State fans celebrating the moment?
I honestly cannot tell you. Like it was just, it's all like a blur. Like everything, it was just a rush of emotion, and it was just, memory is definitely blurred of a lot of that stuff because it was so crazy. It's like a dream almost. Like you only remember parts of it. Like it was just crazy.
So I can trust you between the video that the Henderson State folks shot, and I'm sure the pictures and home videos that those in the stands have. They'll jog your memory pretty quick if they ever get hazy to you. I've asked Claude and Coach Hooten this, and I'm going to ask you. You may not have thought this, but you have to imagine that in 2025, 2035, there's going to be reunions of this team back in Arkadelphia. What are going to be the first stories you're going to look to reminisce with the guys when you see them all again at whatever the situation may come up?
That's a tough question. I mean, it's just the whole experience, just traveling with the team, being a part of this, and just doing something for the school, like something bigger than yourself. Like, I mean, all the baseball, like winning games and stuff is always awesome, but helping out your program, helping out like your coach, your teammates, like that's what it's all about, in my opinion. But definitely the coolest game of the year has to be the St. Cloud, the championship of the regional. I mean, that's probably the game I'd go to for reminiscing on this run. But yeah.
Well, you even got you stumped here, so imagine what it'll be like down the road. As we commented, off air, and as you saw throughout May, that people like to joke that you were Twitterless, or you're a Twitterless person, and all the voting seemingly done, online through the GAC social sites. But like I said, it was all fan voting based here for you guys to earn this award. So give us time basically to give your Oscars acceptance speech for to thank the people that helped vote, and certainly what it means to have the honor of upset of the year within the GAC.
Yeah, it's awesome. The support, even during the run, but the support all year, all season, has been great. People's been with us this whole time, and I really appreciate all the people. And like my girlfriend's the one that told me about these awards. I didn't even know about them. And so just support from all over, just people people you don't know, faculty, staff, everybody. It's just been amazing, and I cannot express my gratitude enough for all those people that were there with us, supporting us and everything.
Well, Hunter, again, we appreciate it. Congratulations on being part of that run, and you humbled yourself. You hit about 700 there that week, so you certainly had as big a cog as anybody else during that thing. And with you and a bunch of that core back in 2016, you may be up for a second run at these GAC leGACy Awards. So again, we thank you for stopping by here to join us, and good luck in the future.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.